This is part 2 of my video series. So today I will show you step by step how to build an email sign up page. So we have a ton of domains here. Well, we need to update this list regularly. My plan would be to actually run this update blacklist.php at least once a day. And if we run it again, what happens now is you see this number here just go up like crazy. And we can't do this. We can't do it like this. This will not end well. We need to remove whatever got removed from the list, and we need to add everything that was added to the list. So we need to be a little bit more smart. So let's go back. Truth is, we can't just insert everything. What we need to do is first, we need to read whatever is inside of our database, and then we see what's missing, and then we will compare these lists and find out what we need to add to our database because it's missing. Then we will add it, and then we will check what we can remove from the list. Because eventually, if these temporary emails are no longer in use, then they will remove it from the list. Otherwise, the list will just grow and grow and grow. So this is actively maintained. The domains are actually also removed. So let's do this. Start database transaction. After starting a transaction, the first thing that we will do is we will get the current domains from the database. I will call it current domains. And it will be a list of our current domains. In order to get data, we will use MySQL query. We'll save it into result, MySQL query, and we use the database connection. Now we want to get everything that is inside of our database. And this doesn't work with insert. This works with a different SQL command. This works with select. So we're interested in selecting domain. We can define the columns that we're interested in. So this time I'm interested in the domain, just the domain. I don't want to see the ID. From email blacklist domains. This is the name of the database table that we already used here. And then we get the result, and the result consists of all. So it's basically a bit like this raw file here. However, we can iterate through it. This is exactly what we are going to do. Let's create a while loop, and we will iterate through all of the rows of our result. And so inside of a while loop, I can do something like this. Row equals MySQL fetch result. This is basically a for each loop of all of the rows that we got with the result. And then we just put it into our current domain list. So current domains equals domain of row. Yeah, row is everything, and we need to define a column. This syntax is used to append something to an array. Sometimes I talk about arrays, sometimes I talk about lists. I think in PHP it's called array. We have our current domains inside of this array, and the next step is to compare this list to our new list that we got from the server. Domains to add. Let's find out which domains we need to add. And I call it domains to add equals array diff. So we can calculate the difference between two arrays. Domains list and current domains. So domains list is the new list that we got from the server, and current domains is the old list from our database. And we calculate the difference between them. The order is important because the first parameter is the one that we're looking at, and the second one is basically what we're comparing it to. And so we're interested in the new domain list, and I would like to find out which one is not in this list. So what's the difference between them? And everything that is inside here but not here, we will not see it here. So we will only see the domains that need to be added. And now that we have the list of domains that we need to add, we can use it right here to insert it, but only if there are any, of course. So if not empty, so if the list is not empty, so if there is something to add, then we will add it to our table. And then we have one last thing to do, and that is domains to remove. And for domains to remove, we will use exactly the same function, which is the difference between two arrays. But this time we'll use it exactly the opposite way, because we will this time look at the current domains. So this is what's inside of our database, and we will compare it to the domains list. We will check if there is anything inside that is not on the new list. And if there is something, then we will remove it because it's no longer on the new list. And so we will delete obsolete domains. And we can copy this right here. So if domains to remove is not empty, then we will jump into this. We don't need to delete them one by one. We can delete all of them. I need to convert my array into a single string. This is the opposite of exploding. It's called imploding. What we will do is domains to remove equals. I will implode it. Now we can define the string that is called glue. This is what is in between our values. And it's a string, so we need double quotation marks. And what we really need in between is single quotation mark, comma, single quotation mark. So this will be in between our strings. Because in the end it should look like this. trashmail.com, and then we have quotation mark, then we have a single quotation mark, comma, single quotation mark, and then next trash, dot something. So this part right here is exactly what is our glue. We use array map to apply the function MySQL real escape to everything in order to remove every SQL injection attempts. And in order to run MySQL real escape string on every single domain, we need to also create an array of connection objects, because MySQL real escape string takes two arguments. The first argument is the connection, and the second argument is whatever needs to be escaped. So I will create an array using array fill from 0 to the length of domains to remove, and I will insert connection. And the second parameter, of course, is our domains to remove. In the end, this part right here is just to remove SQL injection attempts, and then we will implode the array so that we have a single string that we can use in the SQL command. And this is what comes next. So we will use MySQL query connection. And our query now is we want to delete from email blacklist domains, where domain in, and now we insert the list of domains. And when we implode the domains to remove, we only add the glue in between. So we need the first single quotation mark and the last single quotation mark right here. And then we insert domains to remove. And that's it for our blacklist. Let's see if it works. We now have 122,000 entries. Let's delete everything. In order to test this, I will first check all and delete. I guess this is too much. Yes. Oh no. Okay. Actually, this will take a long time, so I will write an SQL command. You can also execute SQL here. So we want to delete from email blacklist where everything. And now it's empty. And if we run the update blacklist again, we finally get some errors. Okay, undefined variable domains list on line 30. Domains list. Yeah, it's called domain list. And this is also called domain list. Good. Let's see if it works now. It looks good. And if we go here, we get our nice domain list. Awesome. And now we can try to manipulate. As you see, the ID doesn't start at 1. Even if there's nothing inside anymore, it still increments. So it can be confusing. Let me try something like this. I will delete USA and 3024. So let's delete this and also delete this. 61,542. And if we run it again, it works way quicker. And it fills up the 2 missing ones, but not at the beginning, but at the end. So we can sort it with ID and you see the 2 new domains that were missing. Let's insert a domain that shouldn't be on the list. So for example, playduino.com. This definitely shouldn't be on the list. Go. So now it is inside of our blocking list at the very end of the list. But as soon as I run this, got some work to do. Yeah, this is wrong. I want to count domains to remove, and yeah, it should look like this. Okay, great. Let's see. Playduino is removed from my list, so perfect. This is the first part, and this is a very important part. So, to conclude this video, this was about maintaining a list of domains that you want to block. And in the next video, we will continue with this project and create the actual email sign up page and use this new table that we now have to verify that the emails are legit. Using the link in the pinned comment down below, you can already download the full source code. If this video was helpful, please like and subscribe to this channel. Leave me your questions down below if you have any. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.